This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. November is Men's Health Awareness Month, so Talkspace wants guys to know that being prepared for life's biggest challenges and opportunities means prioritizing mental health, too. Talkspace can help you go beyond fine-tuned workouts, supplements, and productivity hacks. Talkspace can help you fine-tune your inner life so you can succeed in being the best version of yourself in any situation. And with Talkspace, you can get therapy from anywhere and on your time. You can even text your therapist between sessions. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace takes most insurance, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Men's Health Awareness Month is the perfect time to reach out to Talkspace. Now, get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com and save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com. That's Talkspace.com, promo code SPACE80.
San Francisco, the city by the bay. City of fog, the Paris of the West. The gay bay, but never, ever San Fran. Oh no, 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 no. And if you dare to utter the despised word Frisco, you're in trouble. But whatever you call it, it's a city of drama, a city of legends, and most importantly, a city absolutely crawling with legendary characters. And today, on this very special crossover episode, we're going to talk about one of San Francisco's most iconic legends and America's only emperor.
History is messy,
Weird, wild, anything but boring.
we're rainy day rabbit holes.
Exploring the unhinged side of history, politics, and culture.
Let's fall down the rabbit hole. Dun dun dun.
Thank you. Welcome back, friends and spooky bitches, because today we are joined by the gorgeous Gabby Gals from PNW Haunts and Homicides. Caitlin, say hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
And Cassie, say hi, Cassie.
Oh, hello, creepy people.
You might remember our beautiful podwives from last year when we joined them in their city of Portland to explore the Shanghai tunnels and learn all about the historic Crystal Hotel. Oh, plus hot tub time. Oh, yeah.
Hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
That stays between
The
all of us.
saltwater
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say, did we share that?
Yeah.
PNW Haunts and Homicides is where ghosts, murder, and Pacific Northwest weirdness all hang out together. Basically, if it's spooky, weird, or slightly cursed, they're covering it. So what are you waiting for?
Wow.
Go subscribe to PNW Haunts and Homicides now. Okay, I'll wait.
Oh, wow. She's bossy.
Shay, you're hired.
I do what she says, you guys. I wouldn't mess around.
Yeah. Honestly.
Now, before we get started, I think we should come up with a mashup of our two podcast names. What do you think?
I'm
Oh,
down.
that's a good idea.
I like it.
Okay, so I've got a top 3, so you have to tell me what you think. Okay, so the first one, Rainy Day Haunts and Holes.
Ooh.
Or does that sound a little too sexual?
that
mean,
might be perfect.
I mean,
It could or it couldn't.
Isn't
It's
that
very
kind of our
double entendre.
brand?
Yeah, double entendre. I like it.
yeah.
Okay, how about this? PNW Rabbit Homicides.
Rampant
Oh,
humping
no.
is what I heard.
Rabbit humping.
Rabbit humping homicides.
Well, I mean, we
That's
have
a mashup.
by mistake been referred to as humps and homicides. So I feel, it's in the spirit of our show.
Yeah.
Really.
So
Yeah.
for me, it's like rabbits snapped, and I'm just imagining. Are you guys familiar with Monty Python and the Holy Grail? There's like
Yes, just
the rabbit
watched
that
it like a week
kills
ago.
people in there, and it's got like fangs and it's got blood down its fur. I'm just thinking of that. Okay, so how about this
Yeah.
one? Rainy Day Homicide Holes.
I knew it. We had to have a hot hole or a
Ooh.
homicide hole. Yes.
We had to have holes in it.
Yeah, we had to have holes.
I like the holes. The holes have to stay.
Or does that just sound like our vaginas have knives?
I mean,
Hey, I
stay
that
away,
could be
boy.
That could be the cover art.
Like a bikini.
Okay.
a woman
With
wearing
knives.
a bikini and there's knives sticking out of the like you know how you get like hair sticking out of the edge of the bikini.
Yes, that's exactly what I was
Oh.
picturing. Yes, a bush, a knife bush.
I have not had a chance to research it, but I've actually heard about a device that they are using, from what I remember reading in South Africa. Think of like almost like a diaphragm, but like a really angry one.
Holy shit.
And they're
Oh.
using it as like a protective device.
I've heard this
for
before.
Women.
Say. Oh wow. Okay.
Like
So
it's
like
got sharp
yeah.
pieces.
wow.
Yeah.
Yes. It has teeth.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I have to look
I'm-
into this. I've not heard of this.
I am gonna plan to look into this for sure. I haven't had a chance to. I just saw it the other day, and I was like,
I think there are certain
That
people that should
seems
always
like-
have that in place. Like if you're auditioning for anything in Hollywood,
right,
Right.
Mhm.
at the Abbey,
possibly a good idea.
at the Abbey, I heard that's real bad.
You're on a private jet with millionaires.
Certain
Billionaires, excuse me.
church spaces.
I was gonna say,
I was just gonna say anywhere on planet Earth as a woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that could be. Yeah.
Basically.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you just have to have it in your purse, but in certain places you have it,
Kind of like
firmly
mace.
in place.
Sometimes you have to, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
That's a different kind of purse.
Yeah.
yes. That's where I keep my keys. I don't know about you guys. All right. So no matter what our ship name is, it's definitely a rainy day in the haunted PNW today because we're together. Okay. So I know that the assignment that we had agreed on for our crossovers was Pacific Northwest Legends, but you guys did kind of go off on that because our episode about Fenn's treasure was not, it was more Colorado and like, it wasn't really PNW, was
Yeah,
it?
Wyoming, Montana.
PNW
I
at
mean,
all.
It's adjacent.
It's
I claim them.
Yes.
PNW adjacent. I do too. Because they have
Yeah.
Yellowstone, so they have to
you
be
go,
included,
yeah.
which is what we were covering. But
Yes.
yeah. Mhm.
Exactly.
So you took
Yeah.
creative liberties with the assignment, and I also, of course, took creative liberties with the assignment directions. Now, I recognize that San Francisco is not part of the Pacific Northwest. Somebody sent us a really terrible review. They're like,
Technicalities.
we don't even know that San Francisco is not part of the PNW.
It's my podcast.
Hey, we read somewhere that there was a description that once included parts of Northern California, but
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah.
say how far. That's
Yeah.
Northern California. So in some definitions, it is.
Yeah.
Also, I always say we're podcasting from the PNW, so whatever we talk about, it counts. So shut the fuck up.
There you go. That's true.
We talk about
Yeah.
it. It's part of the Pacific Northwest. Japan now is officially part of the Pacific Northwest. It's on the Pacific.
Ah,
All right.
I
So
agree.
Sister
City.
cities is another good way to get around it.
And San Francisco isn't even part of Cascadia.
Oh,
But honestly, Washington and Oregon have way more in common with San Francisco than San Francisco has with Southern California, I think.
I think that probably makes sense.
Yeah. And frankly, we have way more in common here in Washington and Oregon with San Francisco than we do with, say,
Mm.
Idaho,
I agree.
where you're basically required to join a militia or be really shitty about trans people using the bathroom,
I agree.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm on board with the whole potato thing, but
Cassie is not.
Wallace, Idaho. If you,
Just
that's
the
a place we should go
potatoes.
take a trip. Wallace, Idaho is northern Idaho, but it's like this little tiny gym full of transplants. They didn't go there for the militia, and it's just
Ooh.
artsy and fun and
There you
cute.
go.
Okay, well, we will disown all of Idaho except for Wallace.
And they're quirky. I mean, they made a thing in the middle of the road that in the middle of one of their intersections that said "Center of the Universe."
Oh, that's right.
The
Go back and
United
listen to our
States
episode
government,
about
yeah.
beautiful Wallace, Idaho.
Yeah, do it because they, in order to preserve their town and stop the government, they made all the entire towns into historic monuments.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, that was right. Because they wanted to tear down a bunch of the historic buildings to build the freeway. So they
The
made the
I-90.
entire downtown.
Because I-90 used to
Historic.
stop there, and then you had to go through town, stop at the stoplight, go around a corner, a couple more corners, and then get back on a freeway. It didn't continue through at all. And so they wanted to make it go through by basically running through the town. And the town said,
Wow.
"Oh, hold on, we got to fight this. Give us a minute." And then they made every building a historical monument, so they couldn't tear it down.
It was very
Perfect.
smart.
Genius.
I love that.
Yeah, they have lots of lore there. They're crazy. Walls Idaho. Look it up. There's tons of haunts.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some homicides.
So I would like to officially offer San Francisco a partnership with Western Washington and Western Oregon, and consider it an honorary member of both the PNW and Cascadia. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Are you in charge?
You like that? I am. In fact,
I'm in.
I'm going to make it a proclamation.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
By the power vested in Shay.
Exactly. And the power vested in me that I've given myself. And this leads us into today's topic, because this story isn't a legend technically, but it is about a legendary historical character. Someone who, like me, absolutely loved making proclamations. Today, we are talking about Joshua Abraham Norton, the Emperor of the United States.
Oh, boy.
So
Oh.
let's go back to our favorite time in history.
the 1880s, 90s,
Hundreds.
1800s.
I like
That's
it.
true.
We'll do that.
It feels very timely right now, though.
Uh-huh.
I know.
Yeah.
Reincarnation?
This is an emperor that you would actually be like okay with.
We'd actually vote for this
sure.
one.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So we are traveling back to the 1800s, a time of discovery, destiny, and questionable hygiene. San Francisco was exploding after the discovery of gold in Northern California in 1848. California wasn't even an actual state yet. Almost overnight, sleepy port town became a mud-splattered carnival of ambition. Ships flooded the bay faster than they could be unloaded. So many that abandoned vessels were turned into warehouses, saloons, hotels, and occasionally mistakes. The streets rang with hammers and shovels, piano music spilling out of gambling halls, arguments in a dozen languages, and the constant hum of men convinced they were about to strike it rich. Gold-dazed men poured in from everywhere. Farm boys, sailors, dreamers, grifters, gamblers. Young, broke, and wildly optimistic. And where that kind of optimism gathers, so do the people hoping to separate it from its money. If you couldn't mine the gold, you could mine the miners. The city was loud, filthy, and chaotic. Fortunes were made and lost between breakfast and dinner. Laws were suggestions, justice was flexible, and reinvention wasn't just possible, it was expected. You could arrive in the morning and be someone entirely new by nightfall. In short, San Francisco was eccentric, ungovernable, and wildly theatrical. Exactly the kind of city where the idea of an emperor of the United States doesn't sound completely impossible. And into this beautifully unhinged mess walked Joshua Abraham Norton.
Sounds very
Wow.
imperial. What a name.
Yeah.
Jan for short.
Hey, Dan.
Oh my God.
Emperor Jan.
I was just
gonna say that.
Emperor Jan.
I love it.
Joshua Norton was born on February 4th in London to Jewish parents, maybe in 1815, maybe in 1820, or maybe 1818. Historians argue records are fuzzy, but
There are none.
well, they're kind of sort of.
He's probably born at home, and someone
Well-
said later, yeah, I think he was born a couple years ago. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was.
Yeah, exactly. There were some
Yeah.
things going on.
It's the 1800s of it
Exactly.
all, you know?
Maybe since he was emperor, he just didn't want people to know his age. So he's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was
Could be
totally
part of it,
1820,
yeah.
you guys.
Very secret documents.
But most people have collectively agreed to just go with 1818. A few years later, Joshua's parents, John and Sarah Norton, packed up Joshua and his two brothers and set sail from London to South Africa as part of a British colonial effort happening at the time.
Oh, boo.
So right out of the gate, Joshua's life is marked by big moves, imperial ambition, and people thinking they can just pick up and start over somewhere else, which is Very on brand.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
colonialism.
Take what you want.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'll have that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like dogs peeing on things. Like, that's mine. Called
Yeah. I'm feeling a little bit, that's a little too close to home for me right
You
now.
own nothing anymore. The puppy owns it all.
Why, has somebody been peeing on your stuff?
No, I don't.
What?
Yeah. No, honestly, I took my bath mat out of the dryer this morning, and the last thing that Charlotte did in like the hour before I hopped on to record with you guys was to unceremoniously pee on it yet again.
It's her pee pad.
She's like, oh, this is nice to pee here. It's all soft.
There is a literal pee pad in the
It's
bathroom.
not as comfortable. This is fuzzy.
Yeah.
It
warm.
smelled
It's
good because
fuzzy.
it just came out of the dryer.
Yeah.
She's bougie.
Yeah, it did smell good. Yeah, she is bougie.
You guys, I hate to tell you, my beautiful, adorable, angelic dog today, I took him for a walk and he was rooting around in the grass and he was eating cat shit.
No.
Roka's in the wild.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Normally out of the cat box. This is
Yep. So
Yuck.
have now
Yuck.
been brushing his teeth and the cat's teeth every single night for the last week. So we'll see how that works. Okay, here we go.
with the same toothbrush.
Actually, yes. I just wash it in between.
They don't know.
They don't care. All right.
They don't
So by the
know.
age of 21, with help from his father, Joshua opened his own ship supplies business. He was ambitious, confident, and clearly trying to follow in his father's footsteps. Unfortunately, the business went bankrupt within 18 months.
Huh.
And then things got much worse. Joshua's father's business began to fail. Then his mother died. Then both of his brothers passed
Oh.
away. Finally,
Yikes.
in 1848, his father John died as well.
Holy cow.
Within a relatively short span
Aw.
of time, Joshua lost his entire immediate family. So, with nothing left for him
Wow.
in South Africa, Joshua took what remained of his inheritance, reportedly around $40,000, which, do you want to guess how much that is today?
It's a fuck ton of money.
Yes.
40 million.
Oh, no, not quite. That's very ambitious. Nice job.
400,000.
It is about $1.6 million today.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I would take it.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good start.
That'll get him home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would slum it with a casual 1.6.
he
I'd
could-
take the
That's a good
40,000.
future there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
same.
true. 40,000.
Yeah, honestly.
True, Cassie. True.
And in 1849, he set sail for San Francisco and the promise of the gold rush. And this is where, for a moment, everything works out for Jan. I'm sorry, I'm just going to call him that for now.
I
It's a lot
love
easier
that.
than saying Joshua Norton. Norton got to work immediately. He established Joshua Norton and Company, a real estate and importing concern, and within just 3 years had transformed that $40,000 into $250,000, which is roughly
Holy shit.
$10.5 million today.
Get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've always said I'm not interested in using the Ouija board. I actually think I would like to
Yeah.
talk to this fellow.
She may
perhaps.
change
Just
her
get a little
mind.
like investment advice.
Yeah.
I need some
Jan
tutorials.
on the
Yeah, I don't
Ouija.
know. I mean,
Tutorials.
What do you think about crypto,
Like
Jan?
six.
yeah.
He increased it by 6 times. Right?
Yeah.
240? Yeah,
don't know.
6 times.
You want me
Yeah.
to do maths? Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, it went from what, 40,000 to you said,
250.
Yeah, 250.
yeah, it's just over
Yeah.
6
Mhm.
times.
And,
He
and how
owned-
short
yeah.
a time again?
3
Like a year?
years.
3 years. That's
Yeah.
insane for somebody who really has nothing except for as far as like business skills or I mean,
Well-
it seems pampered with his family, right?
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, yeah, it was, he
Mhm.
He started his first business at 21 with money from his father, and it was the same business basically his father was in. His father was in like
Yeah.
a ship supplies company. So he started his own
Right.
company and it failed within
Right.
18 months. So, he turned it around, was able to make a fortune.
created all by his own.
Yeah.
And he
Don't call it a comeback.
Well, he
Damn.
had so it was a real estate and importing company. So he was buying up land around San Francisco, and this is at a time during the gold rush when people are pouring in. So the value of land is just going through the roof. He owned several tracts of land in San
Mm.
Francisco, including the extremely desirable North Beach area, which we know is pretty bougie at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Joshua Norton, or Jan, was prosperous. He was respected. He circulated in the upper echelons of San Francisco society, and he lived the lavish lifestyle of the very rich. And then came 1852. That year, a devastating rice famine hit China, and a ban was imposed on rice exports out of the country. The result, the price of rice skyrocketed by about 900%.
Holy
Nobody could afford
shnikes.
rice-a-roni.
The San Francisco
Yeah.
treat.
The San Francisco treats.
Nice call, Joey.
Oh my gosh.
Norton.
I mean, how much of the American diet was really made up
At
with
that time.
rice
Yeah,
at
that-
that
I'm
point?
curious about
though?
that,
I have
too.
to wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. That is something to look into. I know, especially in San Francisco at this point,
That's wild.
Asian immigrants were pouring in because of the gold rush.
I think that's the bigger issue is that, the population that's
At that time, yeah.
like part
Yeah.
of like their native food
Right.
culture, they're probably not able to access it.
Well, and
anymore.
part of the
That's
reason
actually really
part of the reason that
sad.
a lot of immigrants were coming from China was because of this famine. So
yeah,
it was.
would
I mean,
think.
a lot of these people were poor farmers. A lot of them rice farmers, and there was a blight on the rice, and people were starving to death in China. So they were lured to the United States with this belief that they were going to come here, and that gold literally grew on trees. Okay. So Norton,
Oh.
being a savvy and confident businessman, saw an opportunity. He attempted to corner the rice market. For roughly $25,000, which is about $1 million today, he purchased an entire shipload of Peruvian rice at 12.5 cents per pound, when the going rate in San Francisco was around 36 cents a pound.
Oh, damn.
It looked brilliant. It was not.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Because Norton wasn't the only one who had the same idea. Multiple ships carrying
Oh,
rice from
no.
Peru arrived in San Francisco all about the same time. And most of the rice
Ah,
was
shit.
higher quality than the rice that Norton had bought.
Oh, no.
So the rice market in San
Oh.
Francisco collapsed. Rice prices plunged to 3 cents a pound. Remember, he bought it for 12.5 cents a pound.
Oh, no.
So he tried to void his contract, claiming he had been misled about the quality of the rice. What followed was a lawsuit that dragged on for nearly 2 years, slowly bleeding him dry. And in 1854, the California Supreme Court ruled against him. This rice gamble had ruined him. He lost most of his fortune over this.
Dang.
Oh,
He
my
tried to
God.
recover. In 1855, he ran for San Francisco tax collector, hoping that public office might help him claw his way back. It didn't. By 1856, at just 38 years old, Joshua Norton was forced to declare bankruptcy. He moved into a cheap boarding house on Kearny Street, and in one last attempt to remain visible, to stay relevant, respectable, just someone, he announced his candidacy for the U.S. Congress in 1858. When the election took place the following year, Joshua Norton's name wasn't even on the ballot.
Oh, no.
So between 1856 and 1859, Norton slipped almost entirely into obscurity. Many historians believe he was in a deep depressive state, and it's hard to argue with that. Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
Such highs and lows.
Yeah.
I mean, not getting on the ballot makes it pretty hard to win. And then that's kind of a
Yeah.
bummer. It's a whole thing. It's a real snowball that we're
Yeah,
seeing
and
here.
within 15 years, he had lost his entire family, built
Mhm.
and lost a massive fortune, and fallen from the heights of San Francisco society to near invisibility.
Yeah, just stick a fork
Yeah.
in him. He's done.
Highs and lows. Highs and
So
lows.
for about a year, he
Yikes.
basically disappeared. Historians can't figure out what he was doing in that year. And then Joshua Norton, Jan, reemerged. And when he did it with a flourish, which we will get into after this quick break.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. November is Men's Health Awareness Month, so Talkspace wants guys to know that being prepared for life's biggest challenges and opportunities means prioritizing mental health, too. Talkspace can help you go beyond fine-tuned workouts, supplements, and productivity hacks. Talkspace can help you fine-tune your inner life so you can succeed in being the best version of yourself in any situation. And with Talkspace, you can get therapy from anywhere and on your time. You can even text your therapist between sessions. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace takes most insurance, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Men's Health Awareness Month is the perfect time to reach out to Talkspace. Now, get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com and save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com. That's Talkspace.com, promo code SPACE80.
Welcome back. I'm here with Caitlin and Jody. I'm here. Jody.
Her.
We are here.
We're here with Jody and Caitlin and Cassie. It's like when I talk to my brother on the phone and I'm like, yeah, I was talking to my mom.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your mom. Oh, yeah, our mom. Sorry. Caitlin and Cassie of the PNW Haunts and Homicides podcast. Okay, ladies, where did we leave off?
The emperor returned.
He's destitute.
Yeah, he disappeared. He had highs and lows, ups and downs, disappeared, and now he's back.
He's back. Joshua Abraham Norton was about to reemerge, reborn, like a monarch butterfly, if that butterfly came back with opinions and a god complex. In July of 1859, Norton took out a paid advertisement in the San Francisco Daily Evening Bulletin. It wasn't subtle. It was a full-on manifesto addressed to the citizens of the Union. In it, Norton outlined what he saw as a national crisis and made it very clear that this crisis required immediate attention.
Of course.
And then, in September of that same year, he escalated.
As one does.
Surprise!
Joshua Norton personally hand-delivered a letter to the Bulletin. Inside was a proclamation, the first of many. All right, Caitlin, you've got a pretty solid British accent.
Ooh.
I'm going to send you one.
Oh,
Here, I'm going
on
to
the
send you
spot.
something
You're
in
on
the
the
chat
spot.
to read. Okay.
Thinking British.
There you go.
Beans on toast.
Harry
Oh,
Potter.
At the peremptory request and desire of a large majority of the citizens of these United States, I, Joshua Norton, formerly of Algoa Bay, Cape of Good Hope, and now for the last 9 years and 10 months past of San Francisco, California, declare and proclaim myself Emperor of these United States.
Can we do a round of applause?
It's not over, though.
Oh, sorry.
It's not over. There's so much more. Okay, so she led with really talking up my British accent, but then she just said pompous, and that was the one
that's
that
fine.
You're doing
stuck.
great.
No, you're
So
doing
that's-
perfect. You're doing perfect. That's why I was like, thumbs up. It's perfect.
Excellent. Oh, do go on. And in virtue of the authority thereby in me vested, Jesus Christ, do hereby order and direct the representatives of the different states of the Union to assemble in Musical Hall of this city on the first day of February next. Then and there to make such alterations in the existing laws of the Union as may ameliorate the evils under which the country is laboring, and thereby cause confidence to exist, both at home and abroad, in our stability and integrity. I'm sorry, that's just really hard to say about the United States with the...
And it was
Straight out of
signed
like Hunger
Norton
Games or something.
the first emperor
yeah.
of the United States.
I vote Caitlin for emperor.
So
Yeah,
he
nice
signed
job.
it emperor, huh?
Yes. The paper printed the letter in that evening's edition, largely for humorous effect. And with that single act of indulgence, something remarkable happened. Thus began Norton's 20-year reign over San Francisco, and technically the United States. The San Francisco Daily Evening Bulletin took particular delight in him, faithfully publishing nearly all of his proclamations, often weekly, as Norton issued decrees with increasing confidence and frequency. And he wasted no time getting to work. The very next month, in October of 1859, Emperor Norton decided to abolish Congress.
Abolish Congress.
I think we all really need to understand that, unfortunately, this is what happens when, oh my God, I can't even think of the word anymore. You know, when we humor. Yes, that's the one. Oh boy. This is what happens when we humor mediocre, particularly white men, unfortunately. Historically, you give them an inch and they take a mile.
Call it 6.
Who are you calling
yeah,
mediocre?
yeah,
This
yeah.
is the emperor of the United States,
Oh,
I'll have
Lordy.
you know. Okay.
It's just a vibe.
Does anybody want to take on the next one, or do you want me to do it? I will. Let's see what I can do with this one. Okay. His Imperial Majesty Norton I has issued the following edict, which he desires the bulletin to spread before the world. Let her rip. Yes, exactly.
Spread them cheeks.
Fart noises.
Why do farts come up in every
It's
podcast?
me pumping my...
Funny.
Oh my God.
It is represented to us that the universal suffrage, as now existing through the Union, is abused. That fraud and corruption prevent a fair and proper expression of the public voice. That open violation of the laws are constantly occurring, caused by mobs, parties, factions, and undue influence of political sects. That the citizen has not that protection of person and property which he is entitled to by paying his pro rata of the expense of government. In consequence of which we, the royal we, do hereby abolish Congress, and it is therefore abolished. And we order and desire the representatives of all parties interested to appear at the musical hall of this city on the 1st of February next, and then and there to take the most effective steps to remedy the evil complained of.
Okay, so now I really do wish that we were doing video because I really would like everyone to see my face when I say, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
Do we know where he was for a year? Because he ain't right no more.
He does not know where he was because I am quite confident whatever the appropriate hallucinogenic drug of the time was pastime during that period.
Was this when LSD?
Beatopium
LSD getting... Was that when they first accidentally found it? I don't know. Did he trip on some mushrooms?
My God.
Did he find some mushrooms?
Uh-huh.
Opium was rampant in San Francisco at that time.
Yes.
So,
That would track.
possibilities. Okay. So the very next day after making the proclamation abolishing Congress, Norton followed up with another letter to the Bulletin explaining that General Winfield Scott was not actually in the Pacific Northwest dealing with the San Juan Island dispute. See our episode on the Pig War of 1859.
Oh, yeah.
But had instead traveled west to escort the Emperor to Washington City so that Congress could be properly disposed.
Of course.
General Scott unfortunately declined to come and escort the Emperor to Washington.
End of excitement.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, surprising no one. Yeah.
Undeterred, Norton's next act was to abolish the Supreme Court. which would be nice. I wish we
Of
could
course.
abolish Congress and the Supreme Court
Yeah.
right now, but
Gosh, if only.
I'd bring Jan back right now. Vote Jan
Yeah, right.
right now over what we have.
Vote Jan.
He's actually sane in this time.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some great ideas. Then in December, Norton was outraged by Virginia Governor Henry A. Wise, who had ordered the hanging of abolitionist John Brown on December 2nd. The emperor responded accordingly, proclaiming, "I do hereby discharge him, Henry A. Wise, from said office and appoint John C. Breckinridge of Kentucky to said office of governor of our province of Virginia." So now he's deciding who's governor.
Somebody from Kentucky is now the governor
okay.
of Virginia.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, here's the thing: is when you're emperor, that is a thing
Well,
that you can do.
It's his responsibility.
I heard. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and an abolitionist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those are
Those
the
are
good
the
guys.
So he was mad
Yeah. So
that John Brown, who was an abolitionist, had been hanged.
and as
Yes.
am I.
And here's the thing is Emperor Norton was actually really progressive for his time. According to the Emperor
Apparently.
Norton Trust, which is an organization that has been founded to kind of collect all of the history about Joshua Norton and keep it alive and honor him in the city, he was an adversary of corruption and fraud of all kinds, political, corporate, and personal. He was a persistent voice for the dignity, fair treatment, and legal rights of immigrants and other marginalized groups.
Holy shit.
So he commanded,
What a novel idea.
I know, especially in 1859.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
He commanded that courts allow Chinese people to testify because at that point, Chinese and
Right.
Native Americans also were not allowed to testify in court. So if you
Yes.
attacked and assaulted a person that was Chinese or Native American, they could not actually testify against you in court of law.
It was a freebie.
Yeah. I don't think those were the only populations.
No,
though, either.
no.
I think there were a number of
But in
other-
San
yeah,
Francisco,
it's
that was
horrific.
it was
Right.
family, yeah.
Yeah. Those would be the predominant groups impacted.
So he-
yeah.
He warned, "The eyes of the emperor will be upon anyone who shall counsel any outrage or wrong on the Chinese." So he was an advocate of the Chinese.
Yeah. Fuck around and find out.
Exactly. He demanded
Love that for us.
He demanded that African Americans be allowed to ride public streetcars and be admitted to public schools. With respect to Native Americans, he
Whoa.
proclaimed that all Indian agents and others involved in frauds against the Indian tribes should be publicly punished before as many, and I'm saying Indian because that's what he was saying, but
Yes.
before as many Indian chiefs as could be assembled. He supported women's suffrage.
Woo!
I'm saying, like,
So early.
start out thinking like this guy is crazy, which maybe he was, but he was also kind of awesome.
Yeah. Hey, listen, two things can be
Exactly.
true.
He was a religious humanist and pluralist who favored church-state separation, warned against Puritanism and sectarianism, which I don't know what that word is. I wrote it, but I don't know what it is. Refused to endorse
Well-
any single church or synagogue, and instead attended them all.
Oh,
He would just go from church to church.
oh, that's cute.
So everybody
Mhm.
loved him. They're like, yeah, he hangs out with us like every Sunday and or
And
Friday.
I don't know.
Friday nights
He's
and
got busy
and
weekends.
Sundays. Yeah. Yeah.
He also prohibited the enforcement of state Sunday laws, which discriminated against Germans and Jews. He defended the people's right to fair taxes and basic services, including well-maintained streets, streetcars, ferries, and trains. And he was an advocate for technological innovation when it served the public good. And Norton didn't stop at the U.S. borders. Concerned about the safety of the Mexican people, he declared himself protector of Mexico and ordered 10,000 troops to be deployed to Mexico City to stabilize the government.
So
Oh,
he's
Oh
like
my
this obnoxious,
gosh.
crazy man with all the right
Ideas.
ideas, motives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, the troops were not deployed.
Yeah. Well,
It's the
you
thought
know,
that counts.
you win some, you lose some.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But eventually, the fraud and corruption plaguing his great nation became too much, even for an emperor. On his birthday, February 4th, 1860, Norton proclaimed that the United States itself should be dissolved,
Well,
declaring, "We are certain that nothing will save the nation from utter ruin and falling to pieces except an absolute monarchy under the supervision and authority of an independent emperor and supreme council, assimilation to the Russian form of government with such alteration as may be adapted to the American nation."
I'm concerned.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he went awry again.
Yeah, I may have follow-up questions when my brain stops ticking.
And when it became clear that no one was really listening, in July, he tried again.
Whereas it is necessary for our peace, prosperity, and happiness, as also to the national advancement of the people of the United States, that they should dissolve the republican form of government, jazz hands, claps, and establish in its stead an absolute monarchy. We, Norton the First, by the grace of God Emperor of the 33 states and the multitude of territories of the United States of America, do hereby dissolve the Republic of the United States, and it is hereby dissolved. And all laws made from and after this date, either by the National Congress or any state legislature, shall be null and of no effect. All governors and all other persons in authority shall maintain order by enforcing the heretofore existing laws and regulations until the necessary alterations can be effected. Given under our hand and seal at headquarters, San Francisco, this 26th day of July, 1860. That was actually insane.
That's what I was going to say. Like, just some rando gets up and just dissolves the United States.
Say it,
by
and so
order.
it is.
And listen, you guys, he said dissolved twice. So, like, he was pretty
Yeah.
serious.
He meant it. He definitely meant dissolved.
Yeah.
And this went on year
Dissolved.
after year. Now, all of this might sound like the ravings of a madman, someone who desperately needed help. And
Wait, are you going to say it's not?
that may well be true.
Oh, okay.
But instead of locking Emperor Norton away in an institution where the goal would have been to torture the madness out of him, San Francisco did something unusual. They embraced him. Norton ate for free at local restaurants, often paying with imperial notes that he made himself.
Shut
I
the
do
fuck
that?
up.
He declared,
I'm doing it right now. Where is my little tiny
Yeah,
printer?
like get Canva
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
I'm on this,
Yeah.
you
or
guys.
he would declare that he was owed taxes by the establishment, and so they would pay in kind with food and services.
Oh.
I love that.
He always had a seat at plays and public performances. They would literally save a seat for him. Residents made sure the emperor was fed, housed, and cared for.
Like, people bought into this.
He was like the pet of San
Yeah.
Francisco.
I feel like they kind of probably felt bad for him. They're like,
That's-
oh, you think you're emperor.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Aw.
They were taking care of the crazy guy.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
Head pat.
He was even given a regimental
Aw.
uniform, hand-me-down pieces from both Union and Confederate soldiers. So his
Wow.
uniform was a mix of both.
Did they have a Salvation Army back
That
then?
is
I think so. I think it
A
was
Goodwill.
He carried an ornate walking stick, sometimes an umbrella, and after his death, a small collection of walking sticks were found in his boarding house room. So he was really into these walking sticks. On formal occasions, he upgraded the look. Oversized gold epaulets, a sword, and a beaver hat topped with an ostrich plume.
Whoa.
Oh my.
And in his lapel, he would always have a carnation donated by the local florist.
Oh.
And his proclamations
Aw.
weren't random. Norton read newspapers daily. He spent afternoons in the library reading, learning, and writing. He played chess with the locals. He attended public lectures and debates. He even sat in on sessions of the state legislature in Sacramento. And in between, he patrolled
Wow.
the city he loved, inspecting streets, sidewalks, and infrastructure, and calling attention to areas that needed improvement. Beneath the fantasy, his
Aw.
proclamations were often thoughtful, articulate, and elegantly written, commentary disguised as absurdity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Honestly.
yes, ravings of a madman, but beneath
Right.
it, there was substance.
But at least he was a well-spoken and clearly like
Mhm.
educated and informed to some degree.
That's what I was wondering. His proclamations were definitely phrased and written with somebody who knew how to write official
Mhm.
proclamations or had heard
Mhm.
them enough to be able to write one.
Yeah.
They were, they were written like he had the authority to declare these things, which was the
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
part.
He grew up in England, which was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
monarchy. So, he was kind of familiar with that structure.
Mhm.
So one of my personal proclamations of Emperor Norton's had to do with the name of his beloved city. Now, this might maybe or maybe not actually attributed to him, but we're just, for the sake of a good story, going to believe that it is. Yes.
We're going.
So here's what it says. Whoever, after due and proper warning, shall be heard to utter the abominable word Frisco, which has no linguistic or other warrant, shall be deemed guilty of a high misdemeanor and shall pay into the imperial treasury as penalty the sum of $25. So no Frisco.
Okay. Put it on my tab. I wonder how he would feel about vocal fry.
And Emperor Norton may have even been partially responsible for the Bay Bridge. True story.
Wow.
On
Wow.
January 8th, 1872, he proclaimed,
I was going to say, I hope it's a proclamation.
Whereas we observe that certain newspapers are agitating the project of bridging the bay, and whereas we are desirous of connecting the cities of San Francisco and Oakland by such means, now therefore we, Norton I, de gratia Emperor, do hereby prohibit the Ravenswood scheme being carried into effect, and order that the bridge be built from Oakland Point to Telegraph Hill via Goat Island. And lo and behold, in the early 1930s, so a little bit later, the construction of the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge began, right where the emperor suggested.
Aw.
And ever since then,
That's so
there have
cute.
been efforts, serious ones, to rename the bridge in his honor.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm here. The Emperor Norton Bridge, that sounds much better than the
Yeah.
Bay Bridge.
Emperor Jan.
Emperor Jan.
The Jan Bridge.
Eventually, the city's tolerance was tested. In 1867, a police officer arrested Emperor Norton under a law allowing the detention of people deemed insane.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
The reaction from San Francisco was immediate and furious. Yeah.
I bet.
Newspapers mocked the arrest. Citizens protested. Merchants complained. The public was not having it. So this is amazing. The chief of police not only ordered Norton released, but issued a formal public apology,
Shut up.
stating that the emperor had harmed no one and was deserving of respect. So, in response, Norton did what any reasonable monarch would do. He issued an imperial pardon for the chief of
Oh
police.
my gosh.
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
He is an
Yes.
icon.
From that point on, police officers were known to salute Emperor Norton as he passed them in the street.
Aw.
As they should.
And it wasn't just symbolic affection. Norton routinely used his public presence to diffuse real-world harm. During one anti-Chinese rally, when tensions were escalating towards violence, Norton walked directly into the crowd and began reciting the Lord's Prayer over and over, loudly,
Wow.
until the crowd
God.
grew quiet and eventually dispersed. It was one of several moments where Norton
Wow.
placed himself between vulnerable communities and public hostility, using spectacle, calm, and moral authority instead of force.
Hmm.
And like we mentioned before, he even created his
Incredible.
own imperial currency, beautifully printed notes signed by the emperor himself. And while they had no legal value, obviously, many businesses accepted them anyway, either as souvenirs or as a show of loyalty. Today, surviving notes are worth far more than their face value ever was.
Wow.
I was going to
I'll
ask
bet.
if there's some left.
Yeah, I think some businesses around San
Yeah.
Francisco probably have some.
That's so cool.
I feel like going on a hunt.
I want one.
Yeah.
Now, next time we go to San Francisco, we got to
Yeah.
look for signs of Emperor Norton. Norton also maintained a steady correspondence with world leaders. He wrote letters to Queen Victoria, at one point suggesting marriage.
Oh my. I mean, that's one way to become legit.
Exactly. Yeah, that he could have been emperor or king or whatever. Less a serious diplomatic proposal and more a reflection of how fully he inhabited his role. And to support himself, he sold photographs of himself, formal portraits that allowed citizens and tourists alike to take a little piece of the
man.
legend home with him. On January 8th, 1880, Emperor Norton collapsed on a street corner while on his way to a lecture at the California Academy of Sciences. He died before reaching the hospital. I'm kind of sad now.
Yeah.
I noticed.
This-
Miss Softy.
I am a softie.
Yeah.
The city mourned. More than 10,000 people, some estimates go as high as 30,000 people, lined the streets for his funeral procession. It was one of the
Wow.
largest San Francisco had ever seen. For a man with no official power, it was a remarkable testament to how deeply he had been woven into the city's identity. And despite later rumors, Norton was not homeless. He lived in a modest boarding house on Commercial Street, supposedly subsidized by local benefactors. And despite persistent speculation that he had secretly retained his fortune, no hidden wealth was found. What remained were his uniforms, his hats, his walking sticks, a single gold coin, and a lifetime of carefully preserved dignity. Among those who watched Emperor Norton move through the city was a young journalist named Mark Twain. Don't know if you've ever heard of
no.
him.
Oh, shit. That guy?
Yep. Twain would later model aspects of the character of the self-declared king in The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn on Norton, a gentle, tragic ruler whose authority existed only because people chose to believe in it. And that may be
Aw.
Emperor Norton's greatest legacy. He was never a con man. He never demanded obedience. He didn't rule through fear or violence. His power came entirely from collective agreement, from a city that decided kindness, humor, and imagination were better responses to madness than cruelty. To this day, Emperor Norton remains a symbol of San Francisco at its best, eccentric, defiant, compassionate, and just a little bit theatrical. A reminder that sometimes the most radical thing a city can do is choose to care. And that's the story
That's so
of
sweet.
Joshua Abraham Norton, the Emperor of the United States.
That is just a crazy story. I wish there was a video at that time or some way to document. There had to be something about him personally when you met him. Because, you know, when you were reading this,
Yeah,
it's
like
just
a
crazy. It's just
charisma
crazy.
or-
It clearly is crazy, right? It's
Yeah,
hard to see
yeah.
anything else. But people truly,
Like
like,
logically.
logically, yeah.
Okay,
But, like,
I'm gonna
clearly people did see him
see.
that way.
Yeah.
If I
There's got to
can-
be photos, but like you can't really capture maybe all that he
Oh.
was in a photo, but
Oh, there's some good photos here. I'm going to send you a couple.
he totally reminds me of Santa Claus when you were talking about how like he existed because people believed in him. It's so Santa.
Oh, that's
Oh.
so Santa.
Yeah, so that's Emperor Norton.
Well, that was a great story, Shay. That
Thank
was
you.
really, we were all of us are like so into it. We're looking him up. We're looking at pictures,
No.
trying to picture how he was as a person.
I'm so
I mean,
glad
there
I
was
know about
definitely
him.
there wasn't just like a lot of respect for him, like, you know, that quirky, crazy guy down the road that everybody takes care of. He's just a good guy, harmless, whatever. It was more than that. They respected him and believed in what he had to say.
Yeah.
And so much of it made sense, and then so much didn't.
Yeah, well, win some,
Everyone
lose
has
some,
good
I
ideas with
think
their
is
bad ideas, or the other way around.
Actually, it was more of his approach. If he hadn't declared himself emperor and made all these proclamations and ended the United States, like, he was on to
Yeah,
some things
well,
with human rights and
Well, he was on to something with
yeah.
abolishing Congress.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
For
they're
sure.
useless at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he really became kind of like a mascot of San Francisco. They really adopted him and loved him, and they still celebrate him even to this day.
Yeah,
So,
there's people that dress up as him.
I love that. That's so
and
cute.
I actually was aware of Emperor Norton, but I wasn't aware that he was a real person. So there's one of my favorite authors is Christopher Moore, and there's a book called Dirty Jobs, and it takes place in San Francisco. And Emperor Norton shows up as a character in there. They just call him the Emperor. And it was the same
Stop
thing.
it.
He would go around and do proclamations and whatnot. And I just thought it was a fictional character in Christopher Moore's story. I had no idea it was based on this real character. Now, there's another little story within this story that I'm going to save for our next 5-Minute Friday about two dogs that were famous in San Francisco at this time, and they were rumored to hang around with Emperor Norton, called Bummer and Lazarus.
were they in one of the pictures?
I was actually see pictures there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little story, two dogs that were beloved in the city, and they showed up in this book by Christopher Moore as well. They were the Emperor's dogs in Christopher Moore's book. Now, if it was true, if they hung out with him, that's debated, but they were definitely dogs. So anyway, I love this story so much. It was very much a feel-good story in the end.
Yeah, it was.
And it's strange to find people with his kind of morals and ethics in that time, even though he obviously was suffering from some mental illness.
Or just any
True.
time.
Yeah.
Sometimes
He wasn't
also.
following a movement. He was starting a movement.
Yes.
Or part of the beginning of a movement. Yeah.
Really, though.
And there's a lot of debates about his mental health, right? Obviously, he
I'm
had
sure.
some mental health issues. Though there was a whole essay written that I read about, people will try to say that he had bipolar disorder or was schizophrenic, but this one essay thinks that no, probably not. He didn't present with any symptoms of hallucinations or paranoia. He was very high functioning. The theory is he went into a deep depression after losing his fortune. And this was a way to cope with that. And he created a new identity for himself that could be respected and cared for without money, without having to have the wealth to travel in high society. He could get the respect of people without that. Whether or not he started out on a whim doing this and then was like, well, this kind of is fun. And then maybe in the end he believed it. Who knows? But, he didn't harm anybody at all. In fact, it sounds like he actually helped people. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hot take, not a doctor. But is it possible that he was just a very, almost like a method actor,
theatrical,
satirical writer? Like SNL and The Onion did not exist. Was this just, he's like, you guys, I'm doing this ironically, of course.
It reminds me of Jack Black.
Let's see where this takes me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emperor Norton, his proclamations, well, they were very theatrical, but he really did bring up the issues of the time in them. So yeah, it was, like you said, kind of like, like The Onion is satirical, but does speak to the issues of the time. And yeah, I think that you're onto something there, that it was kind of like that, like an SNL, like an Onion, just maybe not so, in your face like it is today.
I don't think people were ready for it.
Right.
San Francisco was.
I'm here for it. Yeah. San Francisco was like, we fucking love this guy.
it's really heartwarming that the city treated him as kindly as they did. I mean,
I thought so too. Like, that is sweet.
Right.
yeah, and that's
To this day.
right, and that's progressive for the time too, right? And especially
Yeah.
like San Francisco was a
That's
rough,
a little San
Absolutely.
Fran, right?
yeah,
You know, they're a little progressive in the human rights
yeah.
in some ways.
And it was a rough place at the time. I mean, the gold rush brought in,
The
Yeah.
gold
Yeah.
rush did
and
that.
there was, it was kind of lawless for a while. They had to be like, oh, we need some laws.
Right. Oh, shit.
But it's amazing that they found that compassion, and maybe part of that was from it being a bit of a melting pot. While they didn't treat immigrants super great all the time, it is nice to see that at least they treated him well when in a time when people with mental illness were treated pretty horribly a lot of the time. I mean, literally torture
Right.
mental illness out of you.
But at least we've learned from all of that, right? Because we would never treat people with mental illness or people that were immigrants horribly
No, we don't do that anymore.
like that.
No.
We wouldn't do
learned
that
from that.
anymore.
Look at us manifesting.
Yeah.
And it's not like this country would bring back torturing children to torture the gay away from them. Right?
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
That's back, people. Conversion therapy's back.
It's always worked.
I think
Yeah, it works great. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Well, I appreciate you being here with us to go on this rabbit hole.
Once again, so much fun.
It was.
Thank you.
It was so great to see you guys the other weekend. Thanks for hanging out tonight. All right. Well, thanks again to the ladies from PNW Haunts and Homicides. Go out, find pnwhauntsandhomicides.com. You can find links there to where you can listen and more. Follow them, listen, and you'll get more great content from them. All right, guys. We love you. We will see you later. Mwah!
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Stay spooky, bitches. Or is that I'm stealing your thunder.
We say have a creepy ass day. Do you want us to say
There you
it?
go. Okay.
Have a creepy ass day. You've been listening to Rainy Day Rabbit Holes. We thought maybe you had forgotten. How could you forget? We are your hosts, Shay.
And Jody.
And you can find all things on our website, rainydayrabbitholes.com, like sources, notes, pictures, links, whatnot. That beautiful website is designed and managed by the amazing and talented Letha Davis at easybreezy.com. That's easy breezy. EASYBRZY.com. All episodes are edited and produced by me, Shay, and you can reach out with any questions or comments at shay@rainydayrabbitholes.com. That's SHEA. Thanks for listening. Please share the podcast with your friends and family, and stay curious. See you down the rabbit hole.
Tired of sugar-coated news and corporate spin? Check out The Nicole Sandler Show. Speaking truth to power with the irreverence it deserves. Smart, fearless, and just the right amount of snark. Nicole breaks down the headlines, exposes the hypocrisy, and talks with the people working for real change. Weekdays at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on Progressive Voices. NicoleSandler.com, Substack, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't just get the news, get the truth.